And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to let you hear one of those voices tonight, a young man who is outstanding in so many ways, grateful to Junior Achievement for the financial literacy it taught him, grateful for the skills that he's able to apply in school and in the community and throughout his life. He comes to us from beautiful Martinez, Georgia, where he's a member of the Lakeside High School family, home of the Panthers. I see you. And we are so glad he is going to deliver our keynote address tonight. Y'all make him feel good. A member of this year's class of 19 under 19 students to watch, Emerson Smith.
Good evening. It's kind of funny that I'm standing up here giving a keynote tonight. Because if you had met me when I was little, this would have been the last place you would have expected to find me. When I was in elementary school, I had a pretty severe speech impediment. Talking was hard, not just nervous in front of a crowd hard. I mean, everyday conversations were hard. Sometimes people couldn't understand me. I tried to say something and someone would say, "Wait, what did you say?" And after a while, you just stopped trying. I'd answer, "Never mind." My brother was basically my interpreter. He was the only one who could always understand me, but my parents didn't let me give up. They put me in speech therapy when I was 2 years old. I stayed in speech therapy all the way through 5th grade. Years of practicing sounds, repeating words, starting over, and trying again. It wasn't just learning how to talk, it was learning how to keep going when something feels frustrating and embarrassing and slow. It taught me perseverance. And little by little, I found my voice. Not all at once, but one word at a time. Fast forward a few years, and I'm a student at Lakeside High School in Augusta. I'm sitting in my economics and personal finance class with Coach Gilstrap, who I still talk to all the time. And he tells us we're going to be doing something called Junior Achievement. I had never heard of JA before, but that day honestly changed the way I looked at the world. For the first time, school wasn't just theory, it was real life. We weren't just learning definitions, we were learning how life actually works. How to budget, how to manage money, how jobs connect to education, how insurance works, and trust me, learning how much it costs to have a kid made me go home real quick and thank my parents. And we went through simulations where you had a job and a salary and real expenses, and you had to make choices. Some of my friends went broke in 2 weeks, and we laughed about it. But it also hit me. This isn't a game for real life. These are decisions we're actually going to have to make. JA helped me see beyond the classroom. It connected the dots between school and the real world. It made everything feel possible and so real. But here's what I didn't expect. JA didn't just teach me about money or careers, it built my confidence. It gave me another kind of voice. Because when you understand how things work, how to manage your money, how to talk to people, how to step into the real world, you stop feeling small and start feeling capable. You start thinking, okay, maybe I can do this. That confidence followed me everywhere. It helped me get my first job. It helped me talk to customers. It helped me network with people I thought I'd never have conversations with. Now I'm in college at Augusta University, working about 30 hours a week, saving money, trying to stay debt-free, figuring out my future, maybe pharmaceutical sales, and just learning how to be independent. Life feels big sometimes, but I don't feel unprepared because I've already been practicing making decisions. I've already practiced managing my time. I've already practiced stepping outside my comfort zone. JA gave me those tools. When I think about it, my life really has been about finding my voice in 2 different ways. First, learning how to speak, and then learning how to believe that what I say matters. Speech therapy gave me the first one, JA gave me the second. And standing here tonight, talking to all of you, is something little kid Emerson would have never imagined. The kid who was scared to talk. The kid who said never mind when people couldn't understand him. If you had told him he'd one day be giving a keynote speech to a room full of leaders and mentors and business owners, he probably would have laughed or probably just stayed quiet. But here I am, and that's the power of what you support. Because somewhere out there right now is another kid like me. Maybe they're shy, maybe they're unsure, and maybe they don't see what's possible yet. And JA is going to help them find their voice too. Thank you.